Toyota's Valvematic engine technology has been designed to address an age-old engine designer's concern, and that is how to enhance overall engine efficiency when running at high speeds and light throttle settings. Traditional gasoline engines control the air intake for the engine at the throttle valve, so when running at highway speeds and at light throttle settings cruising, the engine has to overcome this suction that's created in the intake manifold because the throttle valve creates a lot of restriction there. The Valvematic system uses several components to combat these pumping losses that engines experience at high speed and light throttle settings. First of all, there is an actuator. The actuator is the computer control device for the entire system. It operates a control shaft, which then works roller arms on an oscillating cam, and this system will vary the amount of valve lift you have on the intake valves of the Valvematic engine. So the Valvematic engine is going to control intake air to the engine in a different manner than the conventional engine, in that it's going to allow the throttle valve to stay open at light throttle settings and high speeds and restrict the air at the intake valve. We can vary the intake valve lift amount with Valvematic to allow the engine to respond to variable conditions. So under normal driving conditions such as high speed and light throttle loads, the throttle valve is going to be held open and the air intake will be restricted at the intake valve with a small amount of intake valve lift. Under harder driving conditions or heavier acceleration, things change. Now the intake valve lift is increased dramatically, which allows a much larger volume of air and fuel to be injected into the engine. And then, of course, having that air waiting in the intake manifold gives the driver a much more rapid throttle response for a snappier acceleration feel. Toyota's computer-controlled Valvematic system uses its components to vary the amount of lift at the intake valve, and this is done based on driver input at the throttle pedal. The system also works very closely with Toyota's VVTi system to provide the driver optimal valve lift and also optimal engine performance under a wide variety of driving conditions. Toyota's Valvematic engine technology enhances engine performance. It provides enhanced engine response by having more available air in the intake manifold. It also helps to reduce overall engine emissions output, and finally enhances greatly engine fuel economy.